This conference will now be recorded.
First Tuesday. Yeah. That's whatever. We don't make it because most of the time you're meeting.
So everyone that's here who's waiting, we're just waiting for our city secretary. She's coming.
No worries.
She'll be right there, so we're not keeping you waiting on purpose. We're about to get started. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
We're used to it. We're used to it.
Kelly, are we good to record? All right, so we are the Park and Recreation Board meeting Wednesday, August the 13th, with a quorum present at 6:06 PM. I got the gavel today. All right, so we have some participants in the audience. Does anyone wish to submit a speaker card today specifically? That's a citizen, resident of Hazlet? No? Okay. Items of community interest include movie in the park, which will occur on Friday, September the 19th. The movie will be The Wild Robot, and it starts at Nance Field, and that starts at dusk. There should be some vendors there if y'all want to bring your kids, if any of you in the audience here have kids or anyone at home. It's a lot of fun. Free. The vendors are not free, but the movie would be free.
Which vendors do we have coming?
I think that we might be getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Sugar Rush
We'll
and
get to that then.
Simply Sweet.
The popcorn place,
Yes.
whatever they're called now. The
Sugar-
popcorn place. Okay.
I'm sorry, I lost it on the name.
Yeah, it applies either way. You're
The
fine.
popcorn vendor.
Popcorn vendor and Sugar Rush. Perfect. And then National Night Out is Tuesday, October the 7th. In Texas, it's always the first Tuesday, so that'll be 6 to 8 p.m. at Community Park. And that's all we have for interest. If we can pull up the meeting minutes from July 9th, Kelly, just to look at those. I have a question, Katrina. Do you remember I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I'm kind of old. The budget item for yoga, is that already at 4,000? And so we made no change to that? Is that what we decided? Yes, okay, sorry.
Change the.
No, I'm just looking at
Expenses?
7A, where we asked to make changes to the budget to submit to council. And we asked to change the Easter egg hunt, Easter egg movie, and live tree fund, but I was thinking we had yoga, but yoga was already at what we wanted it, I believe. Okay,
Yeah, you have,
okay,
yeah. I looked at it today, it's fine.
perfect. Sugar Rush, Sweet Spot. Oh yeah, it's in the minutes, Sugar Rush and Sweet Spot. And then slide replaced and Gilmore,
Yeah, that's
check. Okay, I'm good. And then the financial statement, please.
Not yet.
I think if you back up one, it's on the agenda. You can click on it from the actual agenda. Back up one more. That's the minutes. Try that.
No, back one. Back one more page. Yeah, the top of that one.
It's not linking to the right thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Weird. Yeah, when he clicks on it, it's opening the minutes, though. Like, he clicked back and then clicked on the Park Fund 4.
Okay, so what are you looking for? 'Cause
Like, go back again, and let me,
that's the minutes, that's not what.
yeah. No, when he didn't click on the minutes, but if you'll, sorry, Kelly, go back to where you just were a second ago. Back again. Like, actually back, like not scrolling, like back. And then back. 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 One more. Back again. Back again. That's still the minutes.
Back on the agenda.
Like, back to today's agenda.
Okay, so back one or two more pages. Oh, okay. Attachment. Go back to this page. Some fancy paper you're trying to find.
See that little blue, oh, nope, go back. That blue hyperlink, you didn't click on it. So close that one out. We're already done with that one. We're good. And 4B, go down one more. There you go. Thank you. I know. And then when you click on that little blue hyperlink. Oh, there we go. That's Fund 15. Okay, and then the other one, we're not allowed to know what those dollar amounts for, so you can go back to the first one. Sorry. What did we spend for 4th of July, Katrina? Do you remember the 6,000? Was it the
July.
rental stuff?
For a specific item, you said?
Yeah, it just says 6,700. I'm just asking if that was the bouncy stuff, you know, the inflatable
Yes, that
place.
was inflatable party magic and a couple other things.
Okay.
And 39003 may not be everything. There might be like a light tower fee that's not in there yet.
Okay,
The things that we, get invoiced on, we won't pay them for the.
right. Are we privy to the $72,000 that was spent on community park projects, or we're not given that information on Park Fund 15?
The answer's the same. It's engineering and projects.
Telling us
in
that
the
we have a
park.
drainage problem.
Right, it's, yeah, same. Same as when it was a $50,000 question.
So now we just added 70,000 to that.
Right.
July. 72,403. Jesus. Yeah, we're up at we're now to $174,500 on engineering funds for things that we still don't know what's getting spent on.
You mean 147?
Nope, I had 102,124 as of last account starting in December of '24, and adding this 72,403 puts me at 74,500. I have a tally. It's okay.
So,
We can't say anything about it.
are
I'm
we
just
back on the
expressing.
Fund 15 thing?
I'm just commenting. That's my personal comment.
Okay.
That I'm adding the amounts. We don't know what it is. We don't approve Fund 15. We're not approving it. So
Exactly,
we're not
we don't.
discussing it. I'm just saying, hey, look, now we're adding another 70,000.
Okay.
So
It's not added, it's cumulative though.
it says month actual 72,000, and the last month that I recorded was actually March and April.
Right, so the total is 146, year to date.
Oh, right, this includes some of 2024. It's okay. We're not discussing, I'm just commenting. Good, I'm good, if anyone else is good.
I have a question, Katrina. Have we overspent on Christmas in the park?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We are only at 16% the budget spent. And that's because 24 was canceled and we got a lot of credit.
You're looking at the revenue. That's the revenue line. So the revenue is up here, and then when you scroll down, this is our expense.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we're-
that's
I
right.
know, our expense is at 4,000. Can you scroll down just a little bit so we can see the expense part of that? So there's the expenditure, see the 40, 48. Anyone want a motion to consent agenda them together? I'm sure that's a really official term, consent agenda them.
This is Cindy. I'd like to consent to the minutes and the budget for the July meeting.
So motion to approve the consent agenda item for A and B, made by Cindy. Do I have a second?
This is Chuck, I'll second.
Chuck seconds. All in favor? None opposed?
Thank you.
Action items on expenditures and plannings of future events. We have Movie in the Park on September the 19th, usually at dusk. We have a movie. We have the inflatable rental. We have Sugar Rush and Sweet Spot, Pop-In Place, and that's all we need. And then whoever's in town and can come out on a Friday night, we'll see you there. We'll ask you again. Wait, no, next month. Is it next month? No, this is August. Okay. Does anyone know if they're not going to be there? How's that?
We'll have a meeting before the movie.
I won't be here. Okay. Okay, cool. That's just me. And then National Night Out is October the 7th, 6 to 8 p.m. We usually just take a turn manning the table, so if... Oh, we do not have a meeting before then, because that's the Tuesday before. So...
In September.
Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I'm blocking out the whole month of September. It's okay. Yeah. All right, so nothing for National Night Out. We did the DJ like always. That's been long taken care of, correct?
That is correct.
Awesome. Christmas in the Park is December the 6th of 2025. Katrina, let us know what we need.
We have one little item, I don't know that we are going to do anything about it, but hold on, let me share that with you. At the last meeting, you motioned to hire attendees for the slide. And believe it or not, they're all booked, so we are unable to get the emergency ice to do that. So we are going to probably do our usual strategy of trying to find some volunteers or some students or some teenagers that need volunteer hours, or local youth, if anybody has any connections or volunteers that they want to utilize for Christmas. I'd like to start getting those organized early, but right now we do not have anybody assigned to the slide we rent or to the slide that we build ourselves.
Do we have approval that we can staff it with volunteers? I thought the problem was there was question about who can monitor that.
Right. It's preferred that we would hire some, but yeah, I've exhausted both of the possibilities. And it looks like if we don't, we have an option to do some type of independent contractor agreement.
Does Emergency Ice recommend someone? Do they have someone they partner with?
Are we still talking about volunteers?
Yes.
Here's something that just popped in my head. It's kind of odd. How about have we touched base with the sheriff's department for people who need to do community service?
Oh, no, that's too much background check. That would require,
Well, wouldn't they be background checked by them? It was just a thought. I mean, free labor.
We can ask.
I don't think they do background checks to do community service. And when you're dealing with kids.
Well, they've
you
been
need-
arrested, so I would thought that they might.
Well, so that means they have records.
Just a thought, trying to think out of the box, that's all.
If you could ask, if you don't mind, if you email the Emergency Ice people and see if they have someone that they've contracted with before. Obviously, they probably would have told you, right? Okay, all right.
How many
guess I just don't
volunteers?
know.
How many volunteers do we need? Like,
I think we need about 4 for the big snow slide and probably at least
3.
for the other one.
okay.
And it works really well if there's more than one shift for that because it's really tiring. You
Right.
remember when we hauled those things up to the top and
Yeah.
I just mean at a time, but that might be, every hour.
So, yeah.
so anyone at home who'd like to listen into our YouTube video and volunteer or call your neighbors. If I smile really big, will you help us? Anything else for Christmas in the park? I know Dana has something.
I checked our list today, and other than the items that Dana suggested, I think we have everything in advance.
Okay.
Okay, I sent Katrina a list today to ask James some questions, and one was about the speaker for the trees. And do you have a status on the speakers?
2 replacement speakers for the Christmas tree, the Bluetooth Christmas tree.
Oh, good. Okay, so speakers are good.
And nobody has responded with, what do we want to call that?
The barrier?
Barrier question. I looked a little bit myself. I don't know the best answer yet, but
Could we just
Okay.
put a rope around it? You know how we have those, like we used to do for the Easter egg hunt, where we stick the T-post in there, not the T, but the rebar, and then just string a rope around it? Like, are there short rebars that you can just make a rope? I mean, I know people will just
I mean,
walk
there's
over
like
it,
the
but
landscape lattice
The little
stuff that
arches.
Right.
you know, all that, but
Uh-huh.
to find just the right, I don't know the very best answer, but those are some of the suggestions.
Okay.
can we just order it? Like, since we haven't heard back, can we just order it?
Well, I don't know where you order it from. You mean like
Home
Home
Depot?
Depot or something? Mm-hmm.
Amazon?
I'd like James to maybe look in, to more heavier duty or nicer type. I know I just sent it today, so I'm sure he didn't have
Okay.
time to go
Well,
look
we
at it.
discussed it before.
Yeah.
So, but I'll follow up and see what I can find out.
Okay. So I just want to make sure we kind of stay on that and we're looking for that.
No, I'm glad you said that, and I sent the message on for them to pull out the other things. I don't know the answer on that.
Okay. And we haven't hired anybody to wrap the tree yet, the big tree? Is that right?
That is right, so you guys can move on that if you would like.
And I don't think we were real happy with it this year. And we talked about it didn't look like it was many lights on it as it has in the past. Then also wrapping all the individual trees in the park, including that as well. I don't know, do we want to go out and get bids again, or what do y'all want to do?
That's what y'all said last year.
Yeah, I think we need to go out for bids for that. I mean, that's pretty labor intensive.
I do not own a lift, so I cannot reach the top of that tree.
Yeah, there you go. So, And they always do a better job, so.
Uh-huh. Okay, so who's going to do that? Is James going to do that for us? Or,
To get the price quotes? Mm-hmm. I'll do that. I'll check with the usual two and see who else.
I'll send you a contact. You interested in
That'll be great, sure. That'll be great.
and they're already starting to decorate trees, I've noticed, in the bigger places. So,
Really?
yes.
So anyone who may not know what we're asking to wrap the trees with lights that are out here in the Gamma Park. And usually a tree company, or we've had the Hazlitt Feed Store do it before, just because they've got the lift and can wrap that all the way to the top. So anyone in the audience or at home who has access to that information or ability is welcome to give us a bid.
They did a good job when they did it. We used somebody different last year.
the city ever looked at permanent lighting? Like,
Permanent?
you know, like something you leave up all year round? I mean, it's becoming popular at homes and landscape and,
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
okay.
I mean, if it's something that, I don't know. Yeah. There's let's see. Were some decorations that I'd like to have pulled out.
He said he's working on that, and he said that he's working on replacing the singing bulbs. He'll provide an update when he gets finished, and he thinks it'll be a better solution than the ones that we were currently using, and it will not be at any cost. He had enough supplies.
Oh, good. That's great. Okay. And then there's another one in there, the hippo. We didn't put her out this year because she had a short. And so we could pull her out and go ahead and fix the hippo decoration.
And that was on the list. The two that you said to pull out was the fire truck and the hippo. Okay.
Right. Okay, that'd be
He
good.
said he'll get them pulled out by next week.
Okay. All right. Oh, and I sent you some pictures. Right now, they have their decorations 20% off. So it'd be a good time to purchase some more decorations since they're on sale. And I just sent Katrina some pictures, so maybe she could put up on the screen and we could look at them.
Yeah. And then she's gonna probably tell you which ones. Let me see if I can find my list, though. Here it is.
Do we have room for many more?
You wanna look at these in order. Mrs. Claus, Mrs. Claus waving, if you just type it in.
Did we order some recently, and did we receive them?
Do what now?
We'd ordered them for last year and put them out last year. They were nice. Yeah, we did. We did it for last year. We got them in time, and I picked up that one from Costco that we took like 14 of us to put it together. So hopefully it survived that season. It was nice and inexpensive and nice and complicated to put together.
Okay, this is the first one, Dana.
Okay. And I just pulled these out thinking kids might like to see these, but
Do we already have the Santa?
we have the waving snowman and woman.
Is there a
There is a Santa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a Mrs. Claus and a Santa waving. Like I said, y'all can look at any of these if you see something that you like or. Not yet. Not yet.
Where do you want to put those? Those are cute.
Do we have a budget for decorations?
We do.
We usually buy one or two every year. We decided a couple of years ago, and was it last year or
I
the
think
year
it was last
before? We were
year.
like, let's just buy one every year so that as they go out, because we thought we could repair them. And Dana's done a really good job repairing a lot of them, but it seems like it's getting harder to repair them and not always worth it to replace the lights. And so we just kind of decided it was a cost we were going to have to just eat. When they die, they die if we can't fix them.
So are we looking at 1 or 2, 3? I mean, whatever we do, we should do it kind of consistently every year. So
Right.
if
We
we do
ordered
2 a
3.
year,
Yeah, 3 last year. And,
Yeah, we did 3 last year.
yeah.
And 6
And that
students.
one was a set of 3. As part of the 3, it was the music set one. So
And
that
then we
one was
bought
cool.
6 new pole decorations.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Get that one.
I'll tell you what it
Got the
was.
dino.
Yeah, I feel like the dinosaur was like out of stock when we went to order it or something.
So we voted on the dinosaur, the Bigfoot, the fisherman, the snowflake, and the dump truck.
And we did not get the dinosaur. if
We did not
memory
get
is
the
right.
dinosaur because the fisherman won out of that one.
No, because it was out of stock when we went to order.
Yeah.
And we got Santa Rock. We did the rock band set, we did Fisher Santa, and then I thought we did, what was the other one?
Dinosaur. Just 3.
Oh, dinosaur did win. We did not do Bigfoot, it only got 1 vote. And then the snowflake came in really close. Can you put snowflake in there so we can remember what snowflake looked like?
so just a quick question though. This is in addition to what we currently have?
Correct.
Or a replacement of? Only reason I ask, addition means more power.
Yes.
Right.
And we have to make
Oh, no,
sure
it
that
wouldn't
we
matter.
have sufficient power to do what we want to do. Versus if I'm just replacing, that's a little bit different.
There are some that we've had in the past. I've got a whole list in here somewhere, and as they kind of go bad,
James would know that, right?
James knows that, and then Dana knows also. Dana knows almost everything we've got.
Dana and I have a list. I didn't bring it with me.
I have an unofficial list. I'd have to dig in here and find it, but.
So do we have a recommendation of what, I mean, do we want to,
Well, I think the first 3 are the ones that Dana picked. So she liked Mrs. Claus, Toasty Elf, Cornhole, and then he showed us the candy cane, the Santa airplane, and the kissing reindeer. And I heard somebody say, oh, I like the kissing reindeer. So if we're looking to spend around $3,000, that would be about 3 of them, because those are all right at around $1,000.
okay,
I'm good.
I'm good.
So if we chose 3,
You want to go with Mr. and Mrs. Claus?
can we see Mr. Claus? Because that Mrs. Waving Claus might be cute with a Mr. Claus. Because we have who do we have that's a couple? Is the snowman couple?
Yeah, Santa waving.
We got Santa with the reindeer though, right? The big one.
We do?
The sled with all those reindeer. We have that.
So we could put Mrs. Claus next to Santa and the reindeer?
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
So we don't have too many Santas.
Yeah, we don't have a Mrs. Claus.
I mean, I like the Mrs. Claus that's waving. If they're saying we've got the Santa next to the reindeer, I don't think we need 2 waving, because we have the waving snowmen or hugging snowmen,
Waving.
waving snowmen. I say we try Mrs. Claus. Yeah, that's what she said in the beginning.
Can we see the deer and the animals?
Look at the cows.
It's cute.
Penguin on the polar bear.
Pink, I was gonna say, penguin on a polar bear.
Penguin on a polar bear.
What is the,
Penguin?
Penguin on sled, that one? Oh. Oh, the fishing guy.
he's fishing on a polar bear.
Look at the dog down there. Flash.
We do. We have the dog and the doghouse.
Oh, the wings are cute. They can stand in front of it and take a picture. You see that bottom left corner? More like a prop. Just like it's a prop. We tried the frame. I think it was Mike that built us a frame. We asked him to, and it didn't last very long. It was really cute, though.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that one.
Can we see the wings? I mean, I think that would be kind of cool for little kids to take pictures of.
Which one?
The wings.
The bottom left, right there. It's small probably, but it'd be a good photo op for the parents.
That's pretty small.
How tall is it? It's 3 feet.
Well, it's for little kids.
See the other one, the one previous, one right before it. nothing in between?
I mean, the little one's 500, so I see what you're saying. It's the kids that are going to take the pictures. And if you're a grown-up and you want to take a picture, you can squat down. But if you're a little kid, can you jump up 6 feet?
No.
Or do your parents know how to like angle down and catch it in the background?
This one comes with a stand, whatever that means.
I like the one kissing the reindeer.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so the one kid, what do we say?
Can you show the elf kissing reindeer?
Polar bear and the penguin.
Penguin on polar bear. Go up a little.
Right.
Right there.
To
Next.
the left of the dinosaur.
Elf kissing
That's
810.
only 810.
Penguin 895.
I think that's cute.
So I heard lots of penguin on polar bear and Mrs. Claus. I like the toasty elf with the little elf getting his snowman getting his.
Only thing.
Rear end
is we
toasted.
already have a Santa, but I like the fish.
Since we already have fishing.
Oh, that's a set. How much is the set? Just out of curiosity.
Penguins on a sled.
1560. Oh, it's the same. It's actually more expensive to buy them together. What?
See, now you have both the parents and the child,
The one on the right.
If
is
you
the
buy them
dinosaur.
separately, they're
On the
or
sled.
together.
$200 cheaper.
Separately?
It's 510 and
How
845.
about this one, guys? Penguins on the.
I like it.
Yep, like it. Penguin sled.
This is Claus kissing reindeer, small penguins on the sled.
The elf kissing reindeer's cute.
That one's 810.
My only concern is the more animation and stuff we get, the more problems we have.
True.
You know, well, because when
The
they break,
lights
they
flicker.
break. The more complicated it is, the more things you got to go wrong, you know?
But that's what makes them cute.
That doesn't-
Some of those have been out there for a long time. Just a controller.
We did not do the dump truck. We did the rock band set, the fishing Santa, dinosaur.
Do you want to see the picture?
Will you go to the top of that page again?
It's in
Just scroll to the top. Kissing reindeer.
Santa Motors.
Can we go into Santa's Motors? The dump truck? I remember seeing it.
There's some cute ones. Down on the
The
bottom.
tractor that's,
On the very
there's
bottom.
the dirt.
Bottom right-hand corner. He's expensive.
6 feet tall. 6'9" long. Pretty good size.
20% code.
Uh-huh. Right. Mhm.
My shopping. The airplane.
Saves more money.
The
Save
airplane.
more.
Yeah, click on the airplane.
Should we get the dump truck since that's what we wanted last year?
Yeah, I'm adding it in here real fast.
I'd say just get the dump truck since we wanted it last year.
You said it's 20%, Dana?
Otherwise, we'll be talking about the dump truck next year.
Okay, if we get, Mrs. Claus is $11.55, the Penguin sled is $5.35, the Santa dump truck at $13.60, and the elf kissing for $8.10, that makes a $38.60 total with the 20% off, puts us at $3,088. So if we're trying to go for $3,000, we can get those four for $3,000 plus tax or whatever it is, probably like $3,400.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the 4 light structures that
Sarah just said.
Sarah just mentioned.
The surge, I'll second the motion.
All in favor? None opposed.
see. I think that's it for right now. Well, I won't know what I need until I get those out. You know, and look at them.
Can we go ahead and make a budget?
No, because I don't even know what colors that go on them. It's, you order it and they come in like 3 days.
All right. Discuss, consider, and act to coordinate with VFW 10374 for a Veterans Day event on November the 11th of this year. I believe Chuck has some information on that.
We have members of the VFW here to speak on that.
Great. Tell us what you got. If you'll just say your name, and I'm guessing do you live in Hazlet? All right, just tell us your name.
Lance Pendleton. I live in Newark, actually, which isn't too far away. I'm the post commander at VFW Post 10374. Got senior vice commander, my quartermaster, his spouse, and my wife. She's now the president of the auxiliary. We just started up. So you got quite a bit of representation tonight. Thank you for allowing us to be here, Chair, members of the board. What we'd like to do is propose an idea to cooperate or work with y'all on your Veterans Day. I know that Veterans Day is November 12th. It's a Tuesday. Is it the 12th? The 11th. That's a Tuesday. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of us work. So we were going to propose maybe we do it on the Saturday before, which is the 8th. What we're planning on doing is, come out here, honor our veterans and their families that are in the community and surrounding areas, because there's quite a few of us out here that we don't even know about. I know you got one over here, Mr. Richard, veteran. Thank you for your service. Anybody else? Chuck, thank you, sir. We just want to propose to come out here on Hazlet City Park, kind of like we did on 4th of July. That was an awesome event. Something along those lines, maybe not as big, maybe bigger, I don't know. And just wanted to see what y'all's ideas were, throw our ideas together and have a teamwork effort and make something happen. That way it would promote the veterans of your community, benefit the city of Hazlet, and benefit the VFW and the families and the veterans.
I was going to say, before you sit down, I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
So Memorial Day, we have a memorial service. I realize that's not the same as Veterans Day, but I'm thinking about weather, and we even had a little rain out this year. It kind of pushes it. November is icy levels, and so it's the same thing in our Christmas in the Park, so it's not like it's different. So are y'all thinking an entire event like a Christmas in the Park, like a 4th of July, so that we would add another event to our calendar? Hey, we're having a Veterans Day event, or do you see it more like a ceremony like the Memorial Day ceremony?
I think we were looking more along like your 4th of July, having vendors out here, veteran-owned businesses come out here and set up a booth. That way they can get their name out there. They don't have to just be veterans. It can be anybody. We need everybody's support. We were thinking along those lines, but yeah, November, you never know if it's going to be 100 degrees or 50 degrees.
Right.
So that's along the lines of what we were thinking about doing.
Okay. Were you going to say something?
No, I think there's a lot of veterans in the area that aren't aware of our VFW post that's over here. And so setting up in Yells Park would be a great opportunity for us, for your veterans in the community to learn about us. And we'd also use this as a recruiting event, for the VFW post over there, but also allowing us to help your veterans in the community with VA benefits, mental health awareness, things like that. So it's not just setting up and hosting an event, but it's actually helping the veterans in your community, making them aware of the benefits that we do offer, that we are just right down the road. So we would, happily partner with y'all. We know a lot of the vendor-owned businesses in the area that we'd be able to solicit to come out, set up, and offer that assistance to our veterans. But partnering with y'all, obviously, and then some sort of small ceremony to showcase any awards for maybe some student artists or, veteran volunteers in the area or something like that, just to, help our veterans out in the community.
I think it's a great idea. I also think that I've been on the board for quite some time, and 3 months is not enough time, not in our budget, not in our plan. So I think I admire your ambitious 2025 proposal, but I'm not sure that we can get a whole event per se. What do you got, Chuck?
I'm thinking, you're right. If we want to do it it's just like Christmas in the park or the 4th of July, we need the budget that we don't have. But I'm thinking this first year, maybe we do something a little smaller in the park with, you know, you guys, maybe some veterans health organizations, some of the other veteran-owned businesses that you do, and kind of keep it a little smaller until we can figure out, we can get some budget to help supplement something a little bit bigger next year.
No, I agree with that. I think the main goal, what we would really, our heart's desire is just to be a part of the community. Let's build a relationship first. If it just takes having a small event, maybe just a ceremony, to bring all the veterans together. Because one of the things that we've been missing out is the seasoned veterans have loved to keep to themselves. And we honor that, right? But now you have a bridge, this generation that's recently gone to combat, that come home and really would love to be a part of the community, to give back. You have a couple of the Christmas in the park. We've talked about Toys for Tots. We are big on that. We are a host of that. Our building.
We have an agenda item just for that topic.
Right. But I do want to bring, I know you were talking about volunteers for the slide or watching the slide, right?
Yep.
Depending on where you would position Toys for Tots or us, we're flexible. We're also able to do any task at hand. So we can take care of, you know, what's the saying? Take out a bird with 2 birds with 1 stone type thing.
Yes.
Right? So we're very flexible, but our entire goal and passion is to be part of the community, let them know we're here, and that's really where
Before I forget, National Night Out, if you're not aware of that, I'd encourage y'all to get a table at least there. It's a free event. Everything has to be free. We don't charge for vendors. It's just a National Night Out. So for sure, I hope you guys can do that.
Oh, yeah.
And
we've
that's,
already discussed
okay,
that,
great.
and it's something that we would want to do. So like leading up to the event so that you guys can see us more, take advantage of us. Like,
Can you wrap
Yes,
Christmas
because,
trees?
We have military discount. Let's help the budget, right? We're a nonprofit. Let's work together on things that we can definitely help, you know, in those areas. So
Can I pause you for 1 second? Can you remind me, Cindy, how we used to do the Memorial Garden with what was the organization that, no, when we moved that money, that small amount into the Memorial Garden Fund, where did it, there was a club.
The Lions?
Lions Club?
Lions Club.
And how did the Lions, just for reference, I don't remember how they worked because they kind of went away when I started. Is that the same?
They funded the entire Veterans Memorial. They started it. They funded all of the monuments that are there and everything up until they disbanded, and then the city took over.
I guess what I'm asking is, if we've had the Lions Club in the past that did a memorial garden, could we not have a Veterans Club utilize the new memorial garden that we're working on and do your event in November? Do you see what I'm asking? Is that what, am I making sense, Katrina? Like, did we partner with the Lions Club? Did we just give? So do they need permission from us to use the park? Do we say we want to help with that? I don't know how the Lions Club did it. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
So that's my question. If they're wanting to have booths and they're wanting, because we all know the mental health is so important, and to let the community know that they're available, it's not gonna, if they just use the park, is that something they can do and bring their
Well,
own?
we as the park board would advertise on our Facebook page like we do everything else, like it's an event. But are you guys saying you're willing to help orchestrate that event, I guess is what I'm asking? Or are you saying we would like you to have the event and us just show up and be a big part of that?
So for the Veterans Day event?
Yes.
Talking about? Yeah,
Yes.
So I think it would definitely be a partnership. One, we would solicit y'all to help with whatever permission, permits, emergency services that the city would require for us to be there. As far as getting vendors out there, that would definitely be on us. And any expenditures, maybe if we solicit some sponsor businesses in the area, we would go out and work on that and get those sponsorships. But as far as hosting it, putting it on, we would definitely take care of that. We would just maybe rely on y'all, on your expertise on how you set up previous events, your layouts and everything. So maybe we can just kind of go off of what you've already done, make it a little bit easier on both of us. But as far as running the whole show, yeah, I think that would definitely be us, because not only do we have the post, like he said, we have the auxiliary, but we also have a Marine Corps lead all in the same post. So we have a lot of volunteers that are going to be able to step up.
So who would we need to talk to in the city to figure out, okay, this is what we want to do, you know, and this year it's going to be a smaller event, but we'd like the park board to be involved. How do we go about getting permission or whatever to use the park for this smaller type Veterans Day? Talk to the mayor? Oh, no problem.
Okay.
I got that.
Is it something that has to go to council for approval, or is it a park? Okay.
I think a lot of it depends on how big it gets. Because when you have the vendors there, then there's just an added citywide problem. You know, like you have to make sure that they're all licensed and right.
So I don't know if y'all have listened to our meetings in the past, or since you don't live in Hazlet, you may not have, but the budget that we have for 4th of July, and part of this is fireworks, is about $40,000, and Christmas in the park is $20,000. So it takes a lot of, the city staff marks off the streets and barricades it and marks the handicap spaces, and we hire security, we have extra toilets brought in, we have extra lights brought in. So we do a lot of, like you're saying, the behind the scenes stuff, but it's not just like a $5,000. You know, we used to have the Hazlet Hustle.
Right.
And in my brain, it just seems like this could turn into something bigger than a Hazlet Hustle, but maybe not as big as 4th of July.
Right. And, you know, being this is August, I'm thinking that we scale it down pretty small for this year, just so we get a feel of, you know, precipitation and, you know, how we can interact with it. And then what budget we might ask for next year for a formal park board sponsored event.
The problem is, realistically, we just submitted the budget request for next year, so it wouldn't be until 2027 that we could make a change to that budget unless we went to council specially,
Well,
which we could do.
Yeah. And we just might, I mean.
I'm just being realistic. We'll have to go to council separately. So we could go at
Trust
any
me, I
time.
know
We could go
how-
next week to council and say, hey, we want to ask for this budget change. But I think we need an idea of what we're asking for.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we get together again and kind of sketch out what you guys are thinking, what organizations that you want, that we think should be in the initial startup, they could, you know, do the most benefits. Maybe not vendors or anything like that right now, because then you get all that other complications involved. And then let me take that to the mayor, and we'll see where it goes. Does that sound like a fair thing?
Can we ask for a subcommittee for this?
You can elect to
Can we
create
elect?
a subcommittee.
I'd be glad to help because I'm the one that helped
She did
get
the
memorial
Lions,
thing
yeah.
going from the Lions Club and with the city. So
Is the board okay with, you know, how we had the Memorial Garden Subcommittee? Are you guys okay if we maybe did that to work with the VFW?
Yeah.
Good. Do we want to vote for, anyone want to volunteer to be on the VFW Coordinating Committee? Obviously. Great. So we have Cindy and Chuck.
Okay.
and Dana raised her hand.
And Dana. Serge.
Serge?
Man, is that going to violate quorum?
Yeah. You're gonna-
Yeah, we can only have 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to back out. So Serge, Chuck, and Cindy. So I motion to have a subcommittee to discuss, consider, and coordinate ideas to be brought back to us after talking to the mayor and all the things with the VFW team to consist of Cindy, Chuck, and Serge. Do I have a second?
I second.
Chuck, what's the second?
Stephanie seconded. All in favor?
Everybody's seconding that one.
Stephanie, okay.
She can't, Dana, you can't have quorum in the club, in the group.
No, it's an alternate meeting if one of us cannot attend.
She's just out.
Okay.
Okay, so all those in favor, everyone said yes, unanimous, we have a little subcommittee for the VFW, but don't sit down yet, we're not done. Okay, now we have, I'm just gonna skip to C, I think it's better. Discuss, consider, and act to partner with VFW 10374 to collect toys at Christmas in the Park event. That is this December the 6th, 2025. So we have vendor spots, And the way I see it is we could donate a spot, like not, we usually charge for our spaces, but in a veterans type of situation, I don't know, I don't really want to charge for that. So if someone else objects, you're going to have to maybe fight all of us up here. But we could donate a spot that you could have, if that's what you are envisioning. That would be my recommendation. To have, so the way I'm reading it is that they would like to collect Toys for Tots.
You're talking Toys for Tots.
I'm talking Toys for Tots, that they would like to collect Toys for Tots as part of the VFW, and we could give you a table at our Christmas event. You guys show up in your cute little hats and uniforms or whatever you want to wear, collect your toys. They're very cute.
Not the ones wearing them.
Okay, I would probably just pass on the space. Let's not go there because if you open it to one nonprofit, we're going to have to do that across the board.
Okay.
But they could partner with us in the same way that the fire department has previously collected Toys for Tots for years and years.
Okay.
And I talked to our fire chief and he is fine with you guys picking up that ball and running with it.
So they could just be in our tent. And we can have a City of Hazlet Toys for Tots donation station in our tent. And then we would ask you guys to represent that and hang out near our tent and in our tent with us and help us collect those toys.
And that way it would be on the flyers as well.
Yes.
Toys for Tot.
Right, and now it looks like we have the VFW, they're helping us collect Toys for Tots. This is part of the city event. Okay? Yeah, it's okay. But that way, it lets you be the partner versus just a booth, what she's saying. Because we're saying we want to partner with you versus having you as a vendor. You're not really a vendor versus giving, I was thinking, give you a space, but she's saying, what she's saying makes sense to me. It lets you be part of us instead of just a space. Which would also help us when we do the event in November and then in subsequent years. So.
And two, if we get something together for the veterans thing, I would highly suggest that you have something set up to get started for your Toys for Tots. And that way we can let people know that you guys are going to do it, and it'll continue from November 11th right through
Right,
Christmas.
like if you're going to be there in October, you can pass out flyers now and say, hey, we're going to have Toys for Tots at Christmas in the Park. And then the same thing if we get the thing in November.
And to let you know, Toys for Tots starts October 1st.
Oh,
And
perfect.
normally we start every Sunday at the local Walmart.
Oh, okay.
So we're there every Sunday.
Okay.
And we'll probably carry some Saturdays.
Well, and we'll make sure that you have the flyers for Christmas in the park as well then.
We'll have something ready. This,
All right, I make a motion that we partner.
Oh, sorry, go
Just
ahead.
kidding.
I had one question. When is your turn-in date? Because I know it's kind of early in December, like,
It's normally December 12th.
and our event is the 6th, so we're good?
And what we normally do is after we turn in toys to the Marine Corps League and Toys for Tots, we normally pick a few families within the area. So it's something also that we save a few toys for our communities. So if that's something else that you guys.
I just want to make sure there was enough time from our event to when you.
No, but we have plenty of time.
You just come by our post on the trailer and we load it all.
Good question.
Yep.
We have a point of clarification of what you define as our community. So we live in Hazlet, so is it the
We're not
Hazlet community?
We're not subject to border, since we are a veteran post and we are a 501c19. We actually cover Hazlet. And when I say community, obviously.
We're just making sure it included Hazlet, so.
The veteran community is.
We call that the greater Haslett area.
Right, we cover Saginaw, we cover everything, but you're right, correct. I should have left the context that it's the veteran community.
Okay. So it's a veteran family.
A veteran family or how the cities see fit. 'Cause
Okay.
we also do food drives as well, and we give to the food pantries. So whichever is hurting the most, we do cycle around.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to partner with VFW 10374 to collect toys at Tots at Christmas in the Park with the Hazlet Park Board.
This is Cindy, I second.
All in favor? Not opposed? These guys are racing to bring you on, trying to see if we can get to that. Who wants to
That
second
was
it again?
Everybody, right?
If you all would shoot me an email, and we can get together next week and start planning this so we can have a plan, come back with, to present to everybody next month. You know, whenever's good for you. I'm retired, so I'm pretty much free, so.
We have a building for you to stop in and.
Huh? Yeah, I'm retired. Got it.
I shot it, but I would encourage all to come participate in our National Night Out because that is a networking event. Recreation event, it's free.
I've been to several of those, and those are very, very good.
You'll find,
What's Chuck doing,
We
Katrina?
want them to get a table at National Night Out, but they have to sign up for it. It's
Okay.
free, but they have to sign up for it. And then I'm just going to go back to 6B. We kind of skipped over it. Discuss, consider an act to
Do I need
plan a
to pick
grand.
up, excuse me, do I need to pick up that form in the morning? I will come by in the morning and see you.
coffee.
Discuss, consider an act to a plan for the grand opening event of the Veterans Memorial Garden. I guess I'm confused because I didn't even know we had a contractor or bid or.
Oh, yeah. We reported that last month that we had selected a landscape design architect.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
Okay, well, he had a sudden surgery,
Oh,
so he's been medically incapacitated for the last couple of weeks, but he said he's going to be out there, I think, next week to do a site survey and get started. He's also doing the fire department, so.
okay.
Well, but my understanding was he's supposed to bring us whatever he decides to do, and we get to okay
decide
it.
if we're okay with it, right?
He hasn't designed anything yet.
Right.
Yeah.
When he does.
So how are we planning the
That-
grand opening event if we
That's-
don't have a design
that's-
yet?
We're not.
Somebody put that on our agenda.
It's in his professional service agreement that he comes, once he has a design,
Okay.
he's going to bring it to the board and present it to us
Okay.
for us to evaluate and say yay or nay.
So we just have to agree whether we want to do a grand opening event once it's done, and then we set a date at that time.
I think that 6B is misleading. Did you read 6B?
Yeah, we don't need to plan anything yet, but
So,
I mean, I've
let's
already
just
invited
table-
the VFW to participate, so.
No action taken on 6B. Thank you for the update, though. That's
Yeah.
what we needed. We needed the update. Okay,
Okay, there you go.
so maybe we can change that in the minutes to just update it on progress.
Or lack of.
All right, discuss, consider an act to publish a park survey to access residents' input on future projects and make recommendation to the city council for the same. And I will, great. This looks really great. I have an email from a resident that I would like to read. It is from Laura, I cannot say her last name, which is fine. It starts with an S and it's long. Her address is 1195 Wild Senna Way in Hazlet, Texas, 76052. And she was asking initially about, she has some involvement with the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts. She said that it's kind of confusing for people the way the parks are labeled, that she oftentimes has to describe that Gamble is not community and community is not Hazlet Park. And she said it's just confusing for them. So it turns out I asked for some more information. I tried to solicit her for the board. She's on another board in Hazlet. But she did send me an email that I'm going to read to you with some of her suggestions. She specifically wanted to know a few questions just about, she looked at our survey, the agenda online, and asked a few questions. She said, do you really need to collect all of that personal identifying information, name, full address, telephone, and email? I know some folks may not want to give that much information. Do you know how the data will be stored or used for security? Does the city have the ability to text, as that is one of the choices for communications? Does the city have the ability to create an online form, which we have, because that's here? She's just, again, asking, does the website platform have something? So yes, we do. You might want to reach out to other surrounding cities to find out how they do their surveys. And then she suggested to give the description of where these parks are in the survey. For example, Gamble Park is the smaller park with the playground equipment close to 156 and next to the library. So lengthy, but very descriptive, and you would know where that is. And then I wonder if there could be a follow-up question after the tax question where they could pick an area they would be willing to support with tax dollars. And so those were her questions. I answered the first one where she asked about, do we really need to collect all that information? And I explained to her that yes, we as a board had decided we do need to verify your address because while we value the input of surrounding residents, if you're paying taxes to Hazlet, we value your input first. And so the only way for us to verify that is with your name and address. And so she understood that, but she wanted us to consider making that an optional field that they didn't have to fill out if they didn't want to. We just don't have to take it as valid information if they don't include their address. But we could make an optional field for phone number and email if they didn't want to be bothered. You're not required, but you'd be required to put your name and address. So I thought that was a good suggestion to make the phone number and email optional, but at least we could get their information. And then on her behalf, do we know, Katrina, how the information and the data is secured for security purposes when people enter their information online or mail their forms in? Do we have like a safe storage place? Okay.
Is our stuff cloud-based or is it just on some server somewhere? Do we know? Is our information stored on a cloud? In the cloud where you have information stored, or is it on a computer somewhere?
Like if it's www.survey.com, where does that get stored? Because anything on the internet is discoverable by anybody. So
Because
the
everybody's doing
question
the
is,
cloud nowadays, so they store things on the cloud.
So, for example, on the utility billing section of our website, we have extra security where the things are not saved in that format, so that people can't find it.
right.
I don't know what's called, but we pay extra for that service if we need it on our website.
So we need to find out if this is,
No, we just have to pay extra.
so can we request that it's
Secure.
gathered in a secure place?
Right. I forgot what it's called. Encryption or a higher level encryption.
Do we need to request that? So that we can make the public feel secure about giving us that information if they would like to.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have better.
But we did that a little while back with our utility. But back to work.
I'm almost, I know, but anytime you enter like I don't publish pictures of my children online on any platform because it's discoverable no matter how many times you delete it. I'm an internet sleuth and I can find things that people don't know I can find. So I don't post things that I don't want anyone to be able to find. In the same way, I don't put my information on a website that's not encrypted. Like I don't leave, I mean, I pay my water bill online, but I know it's encrypted because I click the little box and, check all the things. So I'm reassured that my credit card is not being saved anywhere. So I think the question is, can we be reassured that if we choose to fill this out online, that my phone number, address, email isn't going to get spoofed by somebody else? Okay. She also suggested, I forgot to keep reading, I'm sorry. She was hoping that we would do it both online and printed, still including it in those that receive the water bill by mail, since some people may not have access to technology and not know how to or want to do it online and still do it by paper. And then, that's it. Hold on. That was the last thing.
Where is the survey at?
It's here. It's that link.
It's not published, so you can't find it.
And you can't fill it out yet. It's like not live.
See what's on there?
Can we see what's on
Yeah.
the survey?
It's the same questions that we had on there before.
That
when you
same survey?
same survey that we did, and then it's clickable.
How did the garden get on there?
Because we asked.
So is this a
for it to be
2025
put on
survey or
there because they
2024?
We did this 2 years ago.
I'm just curious.
And then when we reviewed it 6 months ago, and the only thing that we,
Can you move down so that they can see the choices of what they can check to see? Right.
Be a no.
So I think what she might have been asking, which I think is a good point, is where it says, are you confident, are you satisfied with the current conditions of the following parks? Where it says Gamble Park, including a description under that, so just elaborating, and I think that's fine. Because even the mayor sometimes gets confused
I get
about which
confused
park
when
is
I come
park,
here.
so.
So, I mean, this is probably asking a little bit too much. Would it be nice to have a little photo or a little diagram? Here's Nance Field. Well, I understand that, but I'm saying, versus describing something. I'm a very visual person.
Yes.
Show me a picture.
Red around, like, get a
Yeah.
little picture we've seen before. Red here, or Gamble on red.
Why
I mean,
can't you just list the addresses of them?
People are gonna-
Everybody knows how to look it up on GPS.
Nobody's going to do that.
Because fields here are together, right?
I think you just need it for community. I think everybody else knows.
Yeah.
No, because you can't see, I was driving by Firehouse Field today, and there's absolutely zero way that anyone knows that that park is there. There's just no way to know that's there. As a resident who's lived here my whole life, I've been there one time because I was looking at it for a park board item, and had I not known to go behind the fire station, past a locked gate, I would have had no idea that that park even existed. And when you... Uh-huh. There's not even a sign. I was looking really hard today. No, I looked really hard today right at the fire station, trying to see if I could see a station. At the street on 156 where you can enter in?
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, right. But nobody knows the park is there because there's no way to enter from Blue Mound and there's no way to know that it's there from 156. So nobody even knows that park is there. So if I was a resident of Hazlet who wasn't on the park board and I saw Firehouse Field, I'd be like, we got a field at Firehouse? What?
It took me 2 years after I
See?
moved here. I realized there's baseball fields back there.
Yeah. And we know you play baseball with your boys, so it's different. But no one else, if you're not part of HSA, you don't know that that field is there. They have exclusive access to the field. There's no signage for it, so nobody knows what that park is. So I think a description is helpful even for that. Field behind the fire station on 156.
It's a simple thing to do.
Park across from the library is Gamble. Big park near the tennis court for the community park. Nance Field near the old Hazlet Elementary. You know, like some other
Or
markers.
Legacy Center.
Yeah.
Mansfield was- Well,
You know.
most people that are new.
Okay,
aren't
that's
gonna know
true.
That was the old Hazlet Elementary.
That's true. The Legacy Learning Center. Well, and you know, Nance Field has a playground. Yeah. But just like a one sentence, can we just ask, I know that this was our final, but can we just say, park behind firehouse?
There's a sign that says Mansfield at Mansfield.
But I'm saying, like, that pulls up on.
It has signage in front of it.
It does.
Nance
It does. But
Be
most people go
creative,
down
Katrina.
156 and not Schoolhouse Road unless they had kids at Hazlet Elementary, which no longer is Hazlet Elementary. So I know it's there.
Maybe us baseball people don't want the field.
I'll put a sign out front that Exactly.
There's already somebody who drives around and there.
We've already had trouble with things. We don't need any more attention.
So I think the thing that I would like to ask to change on the survey, the way we have it, is just putting a short one sentence description under each park of its location.
A couple of words, yeah.
Online form security. We already said we're doing paper and online, right? We're putting them in the water bill, so
So how are you gonna prevent
their address.
go in and check all these?
Yeah. We can enter it in the database, right? Well, we can enter the paper ones online, and if it's a duplicate address, it's going to come up as a duplicate because we have to track them. I don't know who asked the duplicate. Did you ask the duplicate? Oh, yeah. Because like a husband can fill out one and a wife can fill out one, and they can live in the same address.
But both of them are going to count.
They should, I think. Because I might have a different opinion than somebody else I live with. Well, let's decide that. Is it one per household or one per
See
resident?
this again?
Okay, one per household.
Y'all just gonna have to agree on.
And then if two people from the same household fill it out, we can decide which one we like better. I don't know.
Change their name.
Whichever one came in first.
So why is the baseball field highlighted?
Because that's where it was when she selected it to see all the drop down. No significance.
It's the same drop down.
It's just where the cursor ended when she took the screenshot.
Okay, so they're all going to be the same.
They're all the same. You just scroll down.
All right, let's get
And then we
done.
have an area for open comment, right? Like a qualitative section. Did we include like a, what are your comments? Is there one more thing after that?
Very top, what do you see the greatest needs? That
I
one?
think we should include an extra section that just lets them free write something. Yeah. Yeah, no more than 100 characters or something. I thought we added that on our original.
That would be nice to have.
I think it'd be nice just to let people,
They might have an idea that we hadn't thought of. So with those changes, can we okay this?
yes, so are we okay to accept this, just adding a description of the park and one qualitative 100 character or whatever? So it's not a paragraph, just
Needs to be clear.
a last sentence. Okay.
So did you make that motion?
I was just making sure everyone agreed with me before I made the motion. So I will motion that we submit this to council for review with the changes as the description box of the park and one additional section with limited characters on additional comments.
This is Cindy, I second.
All in favor? Not opposed? Great. And then we have I don't know why it says discussion, but can you click on that report for me for the Community Parks project? I'll just read it. We don't have a city representative, right? So drainage improvements at Community Park. Under the bridge trail, drainage improvements have been completed. I don't know what riprap material is.
That's the large rocks.
All right, riprap material for the East Trail crossing will be completed this week. All flat work has been completed with the exception of the footings for the pavilion. Pavilion and canopies are waiting delivery. Lead time is longer than expected, so we don't know when it's coming. Box culverts for West Crossing are expected to arrive August 28th. A new pole and net system has been ordered to be installed hopefully by the middle of the month. In Nance Field, we're getting new dugout benches for the small field, replacement backstop pads for replacement LED field lights. And at Fire Station Field, replacement of the backstop pads and bases, reviewing quotes for modular restrooms,
There is a pond over there.
and reviewing quotes for a storage area. Do we get to know why they need a storage area and modular restrooms?
So that's,
So I'm assuming that they got all the sewer lines laid and everything's ready to go for that restroom?
Sewer line is.
it looks like it's done.
Yeah, they're done. They paused our whole season last spring. And why did we need what? A storage?
I just didn't, I mean,
We've had, I mean, I don't know why it's on there, but I can speculate, because, I mean, like, the bases, the material, all the stuff that you need to.
do they take them out and put them back in?
Yes, yeah, you have to, when you do maintenance on a field, and then we've had trouble with people riding four-wheelers, dirt bikes, opening the shed down, like, that is there, so I'm sure it's just for that.
I also believe that DEC purchased a piece of equipment to help maintain the fields. And I
Park it
can
in
only
there.
assume that it would be stored there. That would make sense.
Because the city tore down the old.
Yeah, the old one was sitting exactly where the sewer line had to go.
Oh.
So it probably needed to go anyway, it was in bad shape. But they had a different one that they repurposed that we're using currently. until they can get this new year bid. So they took care of this.
As far as the report goes, it's fine, and I'm glad to see the improvements that are being made, but I thought that we were going to have discussion and action when the Nance Field and Fire Station fields were returned to us on our agendas, and that has not happened.
So I feel the same way, and I also find it interesting that entire modular bathrooms and sheds would be installed in a park without the park board's knowledge whatsoever. And if council doesn't want our input, we don't give it. So we're waiting to see that direction. And when I tried to review the council meeting, it was not available. Unfortunately, that was a last-minute decision on my part. I thought I was going to get to it earlier in the week. When I saw the agenda come out, I did not. And this evening, it is not available to the public. So I have emailed the city and the staff literally minutes before the meeting. They have not read the email. I'm sure they've all gone home, asking about making that council meeting available because I was not able to attend in person. Did anyone go to that meeting on July 14th, to the council meeting where our agenda item? No, they.
There was one that was canceled. I don't remember.
That's
what
why
the
there's
date.
no.
That was the 14th, I believe.
That was just.
Oh, maybe that's why I couldn't find it.
That's why you couldn't find it.
Okay, so I'll look on the next one
But
then.
I know that, I mean, from my understanding, that sewer and bathrooms were from the city.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
that's just like, because of the.
The price of the project
Because
was,
the project, and then they were incorporating the sewer line, the add-on to the firehouse.
yeah, it was
I think there's like been a plan for that.
a capital. Whatever.
Yes, yeah, I think there's absolutely no bathroom or running water out there.
No, I'm not saying that you don't need a bathroom. I'm just saying I find it interesting that the park board of the city knows nothing about the parks until after it happens.
What Sarah's trying to say, and I agree with her, is that if it is a park and we are supposed to help with it, then if the city wants to do that, that's great. And they should say to the park board, the city is going to put in these restrooms and we're going to make sure that the sewer line's done. And we're going to do that with city funds. But to just take them off of our agenda items for over a year, and now they appear, but we can't do anything. So you might as well have left them off.
I'm all for dropping them off because we have no control over them.
Correct. And that's just what I asked for. So I went to city council on our behalf with permission of the board and requested clarification on that. Looks like they did have a meeting on the 14th because the meeting after that was August the 4th, and the minutes are posted on that meeting as being reviewed. But on the 14th of July, there's just no video for me to go back and see. So I don't have any audible recognition of what was asked for or discussed by city council. So I still kind of don't know, because what I requested on our behalf was the opportunity to consider, discuss, and act on all of the parks in Hazlet, period. So if Little Timmy wants to come and ask for a water fountain at Firehouse Field, he can. But the way our park board agenda has been set up, that's not been an option because we can't discuss anything.
And Chairwoman Morrow asked the council, and it was approved that they would be put back on our agenda.
And I see them, but because I didn't go to that meeting and I didn't hear it, I don't know the wording that was used. So I unfortunately, that was my fault for not knowing this until this agenda was published. And when I looked up the meeting this evening, it just wasn't available. So I'll still look and see what they want from us, because as a park board, we just do whatever they say. Like, we voted them as council members. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to know what you want from us. And so if you don't want us to address the parks, then maybe we should rename our board to not park board.
I've been on the park board longer than anybody here. In the way it used to be, we did have control of those fields, and David would come to the meetings and he would give, an update, or we had Ted Hopper. He was an official baseball umpire. He was on the board, so he knew what was going on at the fields. He would come to our meeting and he would say, David, third base line needs to be re-chalked, or whatever it is. There's a hole at the home plate. It needs to be filled in and, smoothed out, whatever it needs to be done. And so we, came together and we worked together, and David would go back and he would get it fixed. Or Tanya used to play softball on the softball fields. There's a light out at the softball field, okay? You come to us, there's a light out. We report back to Public Works, there's a light out there, needs to be replaced, and it got replaced. That's how it used to be done until last year when all of this was taken off. We've got park board members right now that are in baseball. You could come to us and say, hey, we need this out there at the baseball field. I want the same thing for the softball field. I don't like seeing pushing for one sport. There are girls and boys that play out here. So the girls need ample attention as well.
And I don't think either of you were here when we were working on Firehouse Field, and we're talking about getting bleachers, and we got the road. It wasn't paved, but we got access for wheelchair accessibility. We were working on Firehouse Road, and then it was just taken completely away from us.
So I think part of the situation is that you guys could potentially make a motion to, like you just said, to, fix the road or spend some money on that, but you didn't have the matching budget. That's the disconnect.
We didn't have a line item to discuss. I appreciate that point of view, but if we don't have the option to discuss it, we can't discuss Community Park because of the open acts. If it's not listed on my agenda, I can't say, I want to discuss this. And every time I asked for a park to be added to the agenda, it was removed. And so it's just frustrating, whether we want to have the money or not. If we make a recommendation to council, we can go to an EDC board. I can't call Stephanie and Cindy and Dana and be like, y'all, we need to get some roads. Let's just break quorum and have a meeting at my house to talk about what we're going to sneak up onto the park board meeting. I don't go to Stephanie's house. No, it just says discussion regarding updates. It's not helpful for me to have an update after the fact. Oh, I'm glad that they put up a bleacher, and I'm glad Stephanie knows because she plays baseball. That's cool. But how come the park board wasn't asked their opinion? Does city council not want our opinion, like Chuck is saying? Just drop it off? If that's what it is, you just need to let me know, because when I read the bylaws, that's not how I read them. And because I've not been here as long as Dana, but for longer than anyone else, as long as Dana, even though she has more years than me, that's how I remember it. And so I'm just asking for clarification, and I'm happy to go to council again, but I just need access to that video to see what happened, if there was a disconnect between the meeting and today's agenda, and it's just a simple, we got to correct the wording on it, or if it was done intentionally or accidentally, I don't know.
But we don't have a specific fund for Gamble Park, but when we want to do something, we put it all together, we figure out what we want to do, and then we present it to council. It's the same thing with all of the parks.
We have City Parks Improvement Fund 15 belongs to those resources.
Right.
It's a park fund development fee. We use it to buy equipment for the playground. We use it to replace playgrounds. We use it to replace swings. I think James will just buy the swing from a different budget. But that's how that, which is also why I was so upset when the City Fund 15 was removed, because I knew that's where we got our money from to make capital improvements to our parks. It's called a park fund development fee. So as I see right now, we have an adopted budget of $200,000 that we can't talk about because our parks still don't give us an option to discuss or act on anything in the park. We just get to hear the update of what someone else has already done.
So at the August 4th meeting, they were discussing, I had to go because I had my kids and it got late, but they're discussing a master plan being developed.
I heard
but
that as well.
There's already been a master plan, so it was recommended maybe let's go back to that, not spend the money on that. Let's look at using it or a simple revision. So I don't know if, I don't have any control over what's on here. I'm just speculating that maybe is a bigger project. I don't know.
It is. So that master plan has been around since I've ever been on the board, and it's like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was never approved. It was proposed but not approved. There was never any money to fund it. We had people come and present to us as a park board, but again, they presented it to us as a park board. This is what we'd like to do in the park. Now, the way it currently is, nobody even asks our opinion. So when I go back to the bylaws of why the park board was created, from the beginning, it was created to be a consulting agent a group of citizens, residents, whatever, that lives in Hazlet to help guide and support what happens in our park. And I've reread the bylaws so many times, I probably could recite it to you by brain without even pulling it out of my folder here. I just wanted clarification. Is that still what you see the purpose of the park board doing? Or do you want a party planning committee and we need to change the board because it's not following the bylaws based on the way it is now? And I'm very appreciative that it's a discussion, that we're getting the updates and that all of the parks have been updated. That's really cool. But I still can't ask anything other than for us just to talk about it. We can't motion, we can't request anything. We can't say, little Timmy needs a water fountain. I will keep picking on little Timmy in Firehouse Field because I don't have that option. Yeah. I can't even ask council for that. And when I ask for that to be put on my agenda, it's not being placed there.
Well, didn't we vote on a water fountain not too long ago?
That's for the other park. That's for Community Park. Community Park stays on our agenda. Firehouse Field doesn't.
My concern.
Yeah, tell me.
And now, you guys have been doing this a lot longer than me. But when getting involved with the needs of like the baseball fields and stuff is just adding another layer of bureaucracy between HSA and the city. That. I mean, they shouldn't have to come to me or come to us and say, we got fire ants and we need something to control. Oh, well, we need to get Public Works to go down and take care of the fire.
Well, then it shouldn't be considered as a park.
Is that
whose
possible?
responsibility is that?
I mean, like, I have personally chalked the lines at the field before my son's game. Like, that type of stuff.
I personally mowed the field before you were ever here.
I personally worked the concession stand.
They won't let us mow.
But I'm just saying that I've been through all of the things that you've been through, and the park boards are in existence to help build the parks. They're not allowing us to do that.
Can I pause for 1 second? Because somebody answered a question, and I think it's important to point this out. Dana asked, who's responsible for that? And unfortunately, Chuck's answer was HSA. That is not correct. If you review the HSA contract, they are not responsible to do anything.
Yes, we are.
I have the contract here.
I have the most current contract because we had to see at HSA board meeting.
Okay. Then I'll not comment because I don't have a more current one. We would love to have that contract because the park board has never been given that contract. You see what I'm saying? It's not that I cared, Chuck. I'm not trying to start an argument.
You do.
I care.
Obviously.
What I care about is when I signed up to be on the park board, I signed up for what the park board bylaws said. And that's why I serve on the park board, because I have children that are park age and I was going to be coming to the events. I cared about the park system. I have taken my kids to slides. I stop at the side of the road. My poor kids are teenagers now. They don't let me do it as much, but I love parks and I love to take my kids there. So in my defense, this is just for me. If that's not what this park board is intended to do, I'm going to make decisions about what I would like to continue doing. Not that I have a problem with it. I personally am passionate about the park, not party planning.
Don't disagree with that. But, I mean, who's stopping us from doing anything in the parks?
The
Besides looking at engineering stuff, you know?
If it's not on our agenda, we're not allowed.
Well, some stuff I don't think we should. When it comes to construction projects in the park like that?
That's why we have you here. Then you can say, hey, I think this is outside of our scope.
Well,
and you bring that to our attention. We're like, oh, you know what? Chuck's right. We probably don't need to worry about that.
I don't think you'd say that,
but I'm just being honest. I think the reason that we have a city park board and councils and different boards of different people from different areas, and I really genuinely mean this, each one of us brings something different. I'm not trying to like make everyone go home and hug everybody, but as a veteran, you bring stuff that I'm never going to know. No matter what I read and what I try, you're older than I am. No disrespect on that one. You're older than I am.
She's talking about you.
You've been in the military. You see what I mean? So your perspective.
I
Stephanie's
understand.
kids are younger than mine. I like her perspective because she has young boys that are actively playing baseball.
I'm fixing to spend 5 nights a week there. 4 nights, sorry. 5th is different now.
Okay.
But in all honesty, so this contract from the city of Hazlet to HSA was started in 2017. There's what the city does, the use of which parks, our responsibilities. So maybe is that why they started taking it off? Because this is got all the information. So if there is an update, then maybe it's just as simple. We do it as an action item in the future, or we come to you and say, hey, this park bench because I didn't know the park benches, I hadn't heard that till a park board meeting at Nance. So like, maybe it's just a clarification, or we ask, like, how is this to be laid out for the future? Because it's been on here. This is what we used to do. Then it was gone for a time period. Because when I first started on the park board, they were there. They disappeared. They're back. So what is the role? What is the purpose of them coming back? Because I feel like we can be it can be a mutually beneficial thing for everybody. The park board knows what's going on. HSA knows what's going on. As long as everybody works together, it's for the youth of the community.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
But we are not allowed to act on it.
What if we put it as a future agenda item?
It gets removed.
To put it on as a
Every time I put it on, it gets removed, sorry.
It really does. And now it's back, but it's only as a discussion item. If you told us that you needed something, we could not act on it.
And I feel lame because you being on our park board, you volunteer your time. You're on the park board, you volunteer your time. Your kids are playing. You guys are going to have the best suggestions. And I just feel helpless that I can't do anything about it. So, right. So this is we have a baseball commissioner on our board, and he can't say anything. We can't discuss anything. He's going to have the best insight to that because he works with HSA, and he's going to be able to say, but unfortunately, we just can't discuss that because it's not an option for us to discuss it. So I would love to say, hey, tell me how it's going out at the fields. I can't.
Yeah. The girls need more fields. I mean, the girls are.
Yes,
we're-
they see?
We're giving them all time so that they've got enough room for all of their team's practices.
And I think there's a setup that things are gonna happen with a plan, I think. But as far as this board goes, like the Memorial Garden, I mean, nothing would be done if we weren't here, taking care of that.
And so we're allowed to work on the Memorial Garden, but not Gamble, or Gamble, but not
The softball,
Nance.
the volleyball court wouldn't be getting new equipment. We ordered that.
They're happening. I think clarification of what the role is in those specific areas, because there is it's a little bit different. There's not a contract that people maybe can use the park. So maybe it's just a clarification, and everybody.
The HSA contract does allow exclusive use of the HSA to use the park. So the residents, pretty much. So when you guys have your practice,
Practice times, game times, but in between.
But we didn't know that.
But there are people.
it hasn't changed in 10 years. We asked for them to look at that contract years ago, and it's not anything to do with any particular mayor. There's been more than one mayor since we've asked for that to be reviewed. So this is kind of across the board. This isn't me singling anyone out, picking on anyone. We've had tons of different council members. So it's just a thing that I think has been, if it's exclusive to HSA. So I believe I was the chair, maybe I wasn't, but somebody stood here that was the commissioner and promised me that he was going to bring those fences out, line them out, clean up the field, do this, do that, do that. Never showed up, never did anything. Then the next guy comes through.
Seasons ago, we were not allowed to put it back up because it's not our.
This is like 2018. Yeah, this is like before you probably even lived here. Like this is a long time ago. So one person burns a bridge, so we said, hey, let's look at that contract, because why are they there was a time, I think it was Nance Field, and nobody could use it. There was somebody on the park board that didn't play with HSA, but did play ball and could never get to the field because it was always used by HSA and they had exclusive rights, and that wasn't published anywhere. So as long as I've been on the board, we've been asking for clarification on that contract and that situation. And so I just think it's unfortunate. We never really got it, but when they took away our right to just discuss it and act on it and make recommendations with the excellent people that we have, I mean, we had some other people, Micah didn't even live in technically Hazlet, even though she was in Hazlet. She was doing stuff and she was helping. Like she was here, she was excited. We were happy to have her. She was such a great help. But now if she were still around, she's moved again, but we can't, you can't do anything when you get great people that come on.
So
You can't discuss
going forward, what do we need to do?
We just need to seek clarification. I need to
was gonna
find
say,
that video
because
from July 14th.
We've had this same discussion
every
before.
week, every week.
So how do we, is there something that we can do in the interim to meet halfway that we can figure out? I mean, we don't have any budget for anything.
We have $200,000.
For the baseball fields?
Yes.
We have it?
Yes. If we elected to use that Park Fund 15, there's a park fund. That is where we use the funds to replace park equipment. The park at Community Park is greater than 10 years old. 5 years ago, James was the director of parks, And he said that that was
I
due for
thought-
replacement.
I thought Fund 15 wasn't ours.
That's what you thought.
That's what I thought.
Yep. That Fund 15 is allotted to park development. So that's where we got the money to
Oh,
pay for
okay,
we
okay.
paid for the tennis fields, tennis courts with part of that money, and then EDC funded the rest of that. We paid for Gamble Park completely
So,
with that
again,
fund. So yes, we
How
do.
do we, I mean, do we need to go to council with this?
I tried. I'll do it again.
Well,
Yep.
again, I mean, do we all need to show up and say, I mean, what do we
Because
need to do?
meanwhile, now
'Cause
$170,000 is gone in
This is going to be an
engineering.
ongoing argument.
It is.
We're frustrated too.
Well, I understand you guys are frustrated.
talked to the
You've
mayor.
been here a lot longer than me.
But
You've
this
had to
is
put
just
up with this.
recently. Just recently, Sarah and I went to the city council, and she explained what we would like to, we wanted Fieldhouse and Nance put back on our agenda as an action discussion item. Didn't happen. Then a council person went to the council and made a motion to have those put back on here. This is what we got.
Pretty sure it happened July 14th because I can see the minutes. I just can't get the video. So I just have to find out what happened.
But what we're trying to say is
Yeah.
this just isn't enough. We can discuss anything we want to, but we can't act on it. And if that's not
That's all.
part of our park board
We just need to know.
initiative, then
Yeah.
take them back off.
Well, I agree with
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Easy.
If that's the case, we can take all of them off.
No fire in the clinic here. We're just trying to figure out how
No,
we can
there
make
is a
it
little
better.
bit of a fire.
Well, no, we want HSA to be involved, but if we can't discuss it, we just need to know where their role is, where our role is, and I've just been asking for clarifications until I'm tired.
Fair enough.
So yes, I'm emotionally charged by it, but I'm not, there's no war for me. It is what it is. Just tell me what you want me to do, so I'm good. So, anyone have an
I am
agenda
good.
item for next time?
I have a couple updates.
Okay,
I'm at 7C, where
we're done. You just go ahead and we did all of the 7A. I assumed that was all inclusive.
James wanted me to let y'all know that he talked to the water fountain supplier on yesterday, and they've had delays on getting materials. Our fountain is currently in the fabrication stage, and it has shipping update of September the 8th. He did not feel like that might hold, but he wanted to let me know. And then the Veterans Memorial Garden, the landscape architect was Bill Lemming of the Lemming Design Group that's supposed to, like Chuck said, get a design together and present it to your board, but there's not a date attached to that. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Any future agenda items? Okay. It is 7:45. Adjourn. 7:44. I'll gavel out since I gavelled in.
I have one more non-recording
This conference is no longer being recorded.
question for you guys. September is our board and commission renewals and reappointments. For people who have expiring, it is Stephanie Grace, Matthew Clark, Serge Richard,